Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I'm on the sidewalk right outside Kalamazoo Antiques, and we're going to go inside and take a look around. There's background music playing in the store, so I couldn't record anything inside because I would get a copyright strike. So you'll just have to settle for voiceover. I can put a little music in here, which might make it a little better. What I'm looking at is just the first things as you walk into the store. They usually have a little selection of knickknacks and things in the first bay there, and not much I'm interested in, but I thought maybe you'd like to see some of it. This is a cute little toy. I think Oliver would enjoy it, but he's a little young for it right now. He's more of a bang it around kind of kid at this point. Now we're coming to the bay where they actually have tools, things that I would be interested in. Now here's a bin of braces and bits and minor stuff. Might be interested in it, but it's not really my thing. If it's anything you like though, feel free to take a look. Now this box saw is pretty badly warped, so $18. It's a wall hanger. What is this thing? This is a bullet mold. It's for making mini balls. This is a Diston 2-man crosscut saw filing guide. It's quite a nice piece, and it would be coming home with me, except it's too high a price. Now this little thing, I have no idea what it is. It says it's a rivet set, but it doesn't look like any rivet set I've ever seen. Now that's an Oregon chainsaw file guide. It's not an antique. It's something you can get at the hardware store today. They're very proud that this is a Diston saw. It's not a very good Diston saw. It's in real rough condition, and I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it for $2. Little saw is interesting, but they got what they think is an interesting price on it, and that's too high for a little toolbox saw. It's not anything that's valuable. That's a nice little Miller Falls number 2. I have a bunch of them, and they think it's really valuable, and it's not. Kind of gives you an idea. C-clamp for $13. $108 for a red lantern. Now, it's a Dietz, and it is what they call a railroad lantern in most places, but it's still $108. That's too much. Got That is a cobbled up thing that somebody made. And this is a can opener. Missing some pieces. And they want an arm and a leg for it. Spotlight off a boat. Gull Lake's right close by, and you know, Lake Michigan's over there. Boat stuff is kind of got a good market here. This one, it's just not there. You know, it's not that cool. It's not that nice. They think it is. Oil cans. These are actually within the normal price range, but I think they've been marked someplace else and brought here and set on the shelf without being changed, because everything else in this place is sky high. Now, pure codfish. A little tiny box of dried pure codfish. I can't imagine eating a whole lot of codfish. At least not back when they had it in little wooden boxes. Well, if you're interested in typewriters, this is actually a pretty good price for a typewriter. 25 bucks. Nope, that's not a customer, that's a mannequin. This lantern's kind of cool. Whole lot of knickknacks and real, I don't know, some people would like it. It's just not my thing. I looked at this because I thought, well, that's kind of an interesting horn. But then the more I got to looking at it, the less I liked it. I apologize for the rapid advancement of the video because I was just walking through. Once again, thinking of Oliver and toys. Kind of a shift in the way I'm looking at antiques these days. The guy who owns this booth used to have a collection of jackknives there that I like to look at, but they seem to be gone now. Huh? A couple of transitional planes. Well, actually one transitional plane, and the other one looks to be a German made, or at least German style plane. That one's pretty rough shape for 20 bucks. This one, it's interesting. It's a different design. The handle is on the front and it kind of drags the blade. My mom had one of these, but hers, like this one, was missing the wall mount. Dad had one cast up at the foundry, but I don't have access to a foundry anymore, so even though it's $7 and kind of a nice deal, really going to pass on this one. There's a nice trolley for a hay lift. I left 2 of those at the old house. One I gave to a friend, and the other one was in the barn, so I just left it up on the track. Lots of lab equipment. With Pfizer here in town, they go through lab equipment like grain through a goose because they're always buying the new stuff and the old stuff gets tossed. Little bottle, it says bitters, and a bung starter and a bung for a barrel. Oh, and a little barrel sitting there that I didn't notice before. It's called a rocket lighter according to the label. One more quick glance at the tools, but nothing here. These lanterns are kind of cool. And that oil bottle, I have one sitting right here under the bench with me. And now we've seen everything at Kalamazoo Antiques. It's time to say goodbye. It's a nice place to visit, and I have bought some cool stuff there, but not today. Anybody want a cigarette lighter? Kind of fallen out of favor, although now in Kalamazoo it is legal to smoke marijuana, so I guess they'll be coming back. That's the end of the trip. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.